Hello, welcome back, and let me apologize for the echo. I'm in a hallway right now, and I don't have my headset. So today we're going to look at the geometry window. We're going to look at constraint-based geometry on the prism. If you've never done constraint-based geometry, it's a very neat concept. It lets you constrain things based on definitions. We're going to investigate a parabola based on its definition. So let me jump into H, our geometry window. Got some stuff sitting there from earlier, so let me get rid of that. I'm going to go with a new window. Yeah, I want to get rid of the image. I'll do some images later on with geometry. It's a really neat feature. But today let's do some constraint-based geometry. I'm going to build a segment. Press number 2. I'm going to start at point 4. Going over to point 5, press AC in between, making sure everything that's selected is deselected. I want to select, actually I want to put a point on there because I'm doing a parabola. Parabola is a set of all points equidistant from a line called the directrix and a point called the focus. So there's my point on the directrix. I want to put a point up here in the space. That's going to be my focus. Exit there. I also need another point out in space that is the point that it's going to be equidistant from. So I'm just going to move over from D and up a little bit. Place a point there. What I want to do now is make some segments. So I'm going to go F3 down to number 2. Segment from that point E over to point D. And then again from point E down to point C. From here, I'll go down and over, select point C. There's my basic drawing. Press AC. Now I want to constrain it. This is where the prism has a unique feature that lets you constrain based on what you want. So I want CE to be perpendicular to AB. Currently it's 56 degrees. I'm going to press bars. It says the angle there. Well, I want that angle to be 90. And I want to force it to be 90. So I'm going to go over to the lock, and now it's forced to be 90 degrees. I'm going to exit. AC to deselect all that stuff. I'm going to select point D. I don't want point D moving around on me. It gives me the coordinates. I'm okay with those coordinates. So I press bars to get in that box, go over, press execute, it locks it in. Again, I'll press exit to deselect everything, get out of there. I'll move out of the way here. It has to be equidistant, so I want this short segment, DE, to be the same length as CE. So again, I'm going to press bars to get down into the measurement table. I'm going to go up. I want to constrain those to be equal. Right now they're not. Select a lock. Now they are. Exit out of there. Press AC. So now those are equal. I'm going to make sure that these are perpendicular again. Because right now they are showing that they are trying to be congruent. So I want the angle between them to be 90 degrees. And it's locked in at 90 degrees. Press AC. Exit out of there. AC again, AC again. Now I want to do an animation, so I want to animate point C along AB. Select point C, select AB. I'm going to change the color in a minute. So I'm going to go to F6, add animation. That's all it took. So now let me select everything. Select all. I'm going to go Shift, number 5. Change the line thickness to thick. change the color. Let's go with St. Patrick's Day is coming up in green. Let's see how it looks in green. St. Patty's Day is tomorrow. Exit out of there, exit out of here. AC to deselect everything, move out of the way. There it is, a nice lime green yellow. Now I want to put on the tracer. F6, it says trace. F6 again. I'm going to go once. Here comes my animation, leaving behind perfectly drawn parabola that has a vertex. At the bottom here, the focus is D, the directrix is AB. Now if you wanted to do something like, let's find those coordinates, say I want to do something with the coordinates here, I select that point. Notice the coordinates pop up here. I'll press vars. Here's my coordinates. This is how easy it is to add a table. I go to F6, which is my animate. It's going to say add table, number 7. There's my X and Y. It says store, so I'm going to go ahead and store this information. I'll store my X values in list 1. Execute. I'll toggle over. I'm going to store my Y values in list 2. If you saw my Pi Day video, you saw me do this pretty quickly, so today I'm going a little slower. I'll exit out of there. Exit out of there again. I want to find the equation of that parabola. Let me do that in the stats mode. Show you some connections between geometry and statistics here. I use my geometry to create my table of values that I plopped into statistics. Here's one that I don't need, list 3. I'll just go ahead and delete that. So let me get out of there. Let me just delete that one quickly. I'll delete F3. I'll delete that whole list. You sure you want to delete the list? Yes, I do. All right, so now let me set up a graph, X and Y. So I've got another place I can look at this graph. So graph. I'm going to set up graph 1. Currently it's a scatter plot with list 3 and list 4. I want to set it up to be list 1 and list 2. So list 1, list 2. Color links are turned on. If you've seen that before, the color links sometimes will set everything else up properly. It'll set up a nice color looking graph. Let me see what my select menu looks like. That one is turned on the graph. And there I have it. There's my parabola. So let's calculate a regression equation on that. I know it's a parabola, so I wanted to go to F4. Copy that. Execute. And draw that. There's my parabola.